I grew up in a government housing project, and some of the friends were very rough, tough. And I found out that humor or finding a way to distract someone, that's why I learned how to bring up emotion, how to distract or to guide emotion into a different place. That's earliest. And then I learned through music, by listening to music, how it would be a vehicle for me to escape the world of being a child with adults supervising me and enter an adult-free world. Children only. The act of either meditation or contemplation or cosmic self-witnessing, that if I'm filling my awareness with a transcendental formlessness, and I become what I channel. So if I'm channeling this transcendental timelessness, and I'm feeling timelessness at the same time that I am interacting with a musical instrument, either on stage or in a studio, there's the transcendental sensation is informing the way that I interact with the musical instruments. So it is sort of like a reporter. I go to a transcendental state or an altered state, and I report on what I'm experiencing. And the art of reporting depends on how well I have developed my ability with my instrument. So it's spontaneous, and I see and I feel. And it's a transmission of information or perception in an altered state. You see, an altered state meaning I am viewing eternal present time. Let's say I'm aware of eternal present time. The way that I interact with instruments on this plane is different than the way that if I were playing as though I'm in a square box playing against linear time. So how do I get inspiration? I just drop out, drop in, and let this, you call it, feeling of intimacy with the eternal universe. That's the major way of getting instant inspiration. And so that I don't need to have a lead sheet or music in front of me, or I don't even know what I'm going to have to play. When people ask me, what am I going to play? That's not the question, is what am I going to feel at the time of performance? And you only get into a transcendental feeling, a feeling of a unified presence enveloping everything here. And that's my favorite place to go. And I usually connect with that hours or 45 minutes before a performance backstage to do some very deliberate alignment work.
One of the preparation steps is exercise that we do. We'll connect with a fluid exercising movement that's Tai Chi based, push hands, to make sure that we are in sync, in alignment with one another energetically before we step out, and then in establishing a rapport with the audience, something that I do and I believe Laraaji does in his way is fall in love with the audience, and you look at everyone and you see them as vulnerable children and you love them. And that energy then starts a flow that creates a connection.
Although I did pre-compose a music soundscape for this event, at every point along my performance, I am not just relating to the visual, but I'm relating within my awareness that we are in an eternal cosmos right now. and that the people, the listeners, have a right to feel themselves baptized in a unified field. It's not just listening to a performance. It's on the level of initiation, sacred ritual, that developing ability to be silent, quiet, and to open the door to spontaneity. I think spontaneity is the door to magic and the beyond. That you escape the gravity and the influence of the linear mind, the thinking mind. If you can enter another world, and if you know how to be quiet and still, you know how to let the other world come through, rather than to challenge it or question it. So developing the ability to be spontaneous, meaning just go and fall into it, and then to have a sense of, hey, this is a place I should stay with for a while, or nurture. So learning how to trust. Sometimes it doesn't look like there's much essence there. But learning how to trust and let it flow. Learning how to let things flow, trust, and how to be spontaneous is how to escape the pull of your rational thinking mind.
And it's creating an atmosphere so the person feels they can trust being accessible, because to go deeper, you want someone to allow themselves to be vulnerable. And in order to allow that, they have to trust. And that's again comes in the idea of, for lack of a better word, just exuding a loving energy, so that you don't have to say, I love you, you're just loving them. And so they're feeling a sense of security and being held.